ho, ho! Welcome back to the Amazing Survivors podcast. Week number 4 for Survivor, week number 2 for the Amazing Race, where we recap everything in Survivor and the Amazing Race. Yeah. And look who's back from the wonderful Far East? Middle East?
Southeast Asia.
Okay, not the Middle East.
Just been touring around in Thailand, living my own amazing race, you know. Not for $1 million, though.
What challenges did you come across?
Just had to put up with a travel partner. And I was sick, and, it was, yeah.
But you made it back?
It was an experience, but Thailand is awesome. If you haven't been, Cambodia, go. It's great. Great food, great people, great things to see.
And you mentioned your favorite thing was a cooking class?
Yeah. So I did a cooking class in Chiang Mai. It was awesome. It was at this farm. They grew their own vegetables, everything. So we just went out into the garden, picked some stuff, and then cooked up some curries, some pad thai soup, mango sticky rice. It was awesome. So
my mouth is watering already.
It was a great time. It's a great place. So. But good to be back. I've caught up on Survivor. I haven't quite caught up on the Amazing Race yet, so
good thing we're talking Survivor today.
Yeah, got some catch up to do there. But holy cow, Survivor, huh?
Since our first episode, a lot has changed.
And let me just say,
please do.
Before we go on, I suck at picking people off of the pictures, man. I suck. I thought that the purple team, Yanu, I thought they were just going to crush it. And
they suck.
They're so bad. So bad.
It's so funny. I feel like in the last 2, 3, maybe even 4 seasons of Survivor, there's just one tribe that does not work well together. Yeah. And they just get destroyed.
Demolished.
And it's kind of sad that these people come on and they can't gel and come together to win.
Yeah.
And Yanu, no fire this entire time.
And it puts him at a severe disadvantage come the merge, because these other tribes have formed these relationships and they way outnumber.
Yeah.
In
a way it is disadvantage, but at the same time I think it's also an advantage because the other 2 tribes are going to battle over that one tribe. Yeah. Come with us. Let's knock out this other tribe. Also, the people that feel like they're on the bottom of those tribes, they're like, hey, I'm on the bottom. You want to help me out?
Yeah.
Let's form something and knock some of these other people out. Yeah. Think they're on the top. Let's knock them off their horse and send them home.
That's true. That's true. So, yeah, it could be an advantage, disadvantage, just however it plays out. But
personally, though, I'd rather be winning. Oh, my gosh.
I agree. I'm not feeling confident on my pick of Q winning at all. I don't know. We'll see. He's stepped it up in the past few challenges, but I don't know. He just looks gassed on everyone. He's not dominating like I thought he would. Hunter is performing how I thought Q was going to.
Yeah, Hunter, you are a baller.
Killing it. But awesome. I'm a little worried for you, Hunter, because you're just crushing it, and I think come the merge, people are going to see that as a big threat, and so watch out.
Yeah.
They'll try to get you out any way they can.
Yeah. Well, let's jump right into 4. It shows Jeff leaving the Yanu tribe. Yeah. I just put down the note, Bhanu, you need to shut up.
Oh, dude.
Dude, him not being able to lie and just running his mouth.
Oh, my goodness. It's like...
You think he's the worst player?
I think so. It's common sense on, don't, show all your cards, especially to the other tribes, but he's just... And, that tribal ceremony where he was just going off, and I was like, dude, shut up. You can't say all this stuff. For someone that says he's watched every episode of The Amazing Race.
Or
Survivor, he has not learned anything from them. Totally. I don't know if he's doing housework while he's watching. Clearly he's not paying attention.
No. His interpersonal dynamics and read on things is terrible. And
so bad.
You have to lie on this game. You have to deceive some people at some time to get farther in the game. And he has no dishonest bone in his body, and he is getting crushed because of it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, though, just don't say anything.
Yeah. With that being said, though, I think on a different tribe he would have performed much better. I think if he was on the green tribe, I think he would have gelled with them a lot more than he has on purple.
Heck, even on the orange stripe, Nami.
Yeah.
They've done better.
Yeah. But regardless, just shut up, dude. Just, I don't know. Keep some cards
Well, I'll tell you what,
close to your
Bhanu.
chest.
Spoiler. You don't have to shut up anymore. And you can go win your million hearts at Ponderosa, buddy. I mean, because that's where you're headed. Then it jumps over to Nami, and Tevin and Soda bring up this song out of nowhere. They're excited about food.
Yeah.
Listening to the On Fire podcast with Jeff, they made that a song, and the guy, the director who does all the music for Survivor, they put together all the music, and they put together a song that's going to be registered and whatnot, which is kind of cool.
I like the Nami tribe. I think they're working real well together. There's obviously some dissent that we've always, and we saw that on this episode, but I think as far as like the tribe themselves, they're probably the strongest, and
they're doing awesome.
Which I thought they were going to be the worst. So I am.
It's that cohesiveness, like them being able to come together,
and having that, like having Hunter kind of be that like leader in the challenges. I feel like Tevin's like the leader of the social game, and so I don't know. I think they just have a lot of like real good pieces that all match together, and they can get stuff done. So good job.
And I do like how Tevin and Hunter have a dynamic duo, and they only have to swing one other person. And I know Venus feels like she's been on the outs.
Oh yeah, they could get her super easy.
Her, Liz, I mean, any three of those girls could latch on to those two.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, when they're singing that song and it shows Hunter, he's just like, that totally would have been me too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh my gosh, would you guys just shut
what
up?
is happening?
Can we just go to the challenge now?
Yeah.
Let's go to the challenge.
Yeah.
And then jumps over to Siga.
Yeah.
And Jem puts up the lure advantage, and they go hunting again, and they put it in the tree and they start digging, and they just get ants.
Here's my deal. Like, great on them. They all get along well, but like, I don't know. That's just not how I would play. Like, they're just, let's go on a tribe hunt for this advantage. Like, don't you want to do some stuff on your own? And like,
man, I feel like Survivor seasons now, they're trying to do all this inclusivity, do it together. Personally, for me, I guess I'm more old school.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go search on my own. I'm not going to have anyone around and find it myself.
Well, and that's why I think Jem's in a good spot, because she did that, right?
Yeah.
And so she's all on her own, and now she's just part of that like
group
effort, and she has no skin in that game because she already found it, and I don't know.
I think it's so funny. She's like, I'm just having fun out here. I was like, amen, Jem. You playing that perfectly.
I agree.
Because it's so funny that she's watching them dig and get bit by ants, and she's just over there.
Yeah. And then there was like a little bit of shade thrown on Tim about it, and she just jumped on that. Like, great job.
Yeah.
Like, just,
good misdirect.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun to see how that plays out next week, possibly.
Yeah, but I was laughing the whole time. All the ants. And they basically dug that whole tree out.
Roots it all. If anything, you might as well start eating the ants.
Yeah, right.
Get some protein in you.
Yeah, anything.
Oh my gosh. So after they show that, they go to the reward challenge. What would you have been the main guy for in this challenge?
Remind me all the parts of that. So it was...
They're in a boat.
Okay, yeah, they started in the boat. Mm-hmm. They paddled to that little thing and got
get their...
Whatever was in that. What was...
Like a key
or something. And then they paddled, hooked that up, and then they had to get the...
They come back, they put the boat in, and then they have to undo the thing and throw the rings up.
Get the rings.
Dude, Tim jumping on the platform, and it totally flips over.
I don't know what he was thinking. Like, I mean, you can kind of clearly see. I don't know if he didn't do that, because he was the first to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he did that, and everyone was like, "Oh, that was my plan, and that did not work," or But like, you can kind of see it's a tiny platform. You can't jump on that without it flipping. So.
Yeah. Well, I feel like use the boat, because that's your advantage to keep your balance,
and you have to get back in the boat
anyway.
So
That was hilarious
didn't
though.
do great. Yeah.
The edit shows it looks like he was under there for a
while.
a couple of seconds. Like, dude, you coming back up?
Jeff was just trolling him the whole time.
Because that looked like a struggle.
It did.
So
it did. I think for me on that, I would have been that ring tosser at the end to get them all on the pole. Yeah.
Did you like how all 4 of them that participated had to throw the ring up?
Yeah, I kind of like that each person had to get their ring.
Yeah.
Instead of one person just getting all of them off.
Yeah.
I think it should have either been that, like they did it, like each person gets a ring off, or each person has to get a ring on.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that.
I wouldn't mind if they did both. Like, you have to get the ring off,
and
you keep that, and you put
get your ring off and get yours on.
Yeah, because Hunter and Q smoked
it.
through, just whipped through that, no big deal. And Sega was nowhere to be found.
No. Did they even get under that one?
No, they didn't get under.
Yeah.
Because Maria, it took her forever. I don't know what she was doing. The edit shows like she's just like frozen like this.
Yeah.
It's like,
I don't know.
Throw the ring.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, yeah, I think I would, same thing, than Q and Hunter, just throw the rings on.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny how Hunter got the one stuck.
Yeah.
And he can't climb the pole, but then he just uses the other ring.
I love Jeff's like, do whatever you want.
Yeah. What if it's the last ring?
That would have been
hilarious.
That would have been tricky. What would you have done? You would have probably had to get one of the rings, toss it up to knock it off, and then
either that or, well, suck, I'm going to take my shoe off and I'm going to try and
chuck it. Yeah, I'd agree. But I mean, Hunter crushed it. Q finally showed up on this one. Like,
yeah. Did you think it was funny that they had to trade the reward for a different reward?
Yeah.
Which I do like Jeff allowing them to do that.
Yeah.
But I think I would have bargained more. Like, tell you what, we will take the tarp and flint.
Yeah.
That's what I would have totally
100%.
gone.
You got to get that flint.
I don't care about the tool chest. I'll take the tarp and flint.
Yeah.
And you can take the rest.
I agree.
Because Jeff's all about negotiating, so let's negotiate and see what it takes.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure. It was a good challenge, though. I liked it. It was fun.
At least they would have had their flint for one night.
Right?
Oh my gosh. So it shows them they go back. Tevin says he'll clean the fish. Kind of a cool story about
his dad and everything. Yeah, that was
sad at the same time where time passes and his dad passes on.
Yeah, it's a touching story. It kind of just like gives you more insight into Tevin and what
I like Tevin.
I like him too. I like him a lot, actually.
At first, I thought he was just going to be a fireball of chaos and just drive me nuts.
Yeah.
But man, the more camera time he's gotten, I just think he'd be so fun to play with.
I agree. And I like that tribe. I like Hunter. I like Tevin. I like
Soda, Venus.
Soda annoys me. I'm over her.
Yeah. I think she's wearing on other people too.
Yeah.
Because, God, you're like 7 to 10 days in, no food. Mm-hmm. I'm sure there's plenty that's just like, oh my gosh, shut up.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me 5 minutes alone.
Right.
But, then so Siga and Ben's giving this coach speak. Just like, Maria, you did good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how hard these people take these losses. Like,
right.
So you lost a reward.
Yeah, it's not a immunity challenge. Yeah. Like, it's a reward. Like,
so you didn't show up and you weren't good enough. Who cares?
Yeah, just learn from it.
Yeah.
Move on.
Yeah. Let's see. So then they go and they try and teach Mariah how to jump.
Gosh.
Wow.
Isn't jumping like kind of second nature? Like, how do you, I'm sorry, but how do you suck so bad at jumping?
Well, it makes me think, man, I really wish they did have to smash them because I want to see her jump.
Right.
And keep jumping.
100%. Yeah. You'd think it's like this thing where they have to get like a good vertical or something, but
nope.
All they had to do is jump off into the water. Like, you can just fall off. Like, you don't have to jump.
Oh my gosh.
But it was entertaining. I liked them like teaching her, like they were all very nice about it. And
but when she's trying to jump and she's like throwing her feet back,
I know that's not a jump. You're just like
you're not increasing your vertical at all with that.
No, you're just moving your feet from under you. Like it blew my mind.
Funny.
I don't get it.
So funny. So yeah, they go to the challenge. Okay, would you have shot or would you have rebounded at the very end?
I would have shot.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I
would have done either one, dude. I could have done better than like a lot of those people.
Well, I do like they have to swim, climb up, run.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunter could have jumped onto the next platform.
I think
Q could have done too.
Easy. I would have struggled. I don't know how far down those to like it was to release the buoys, but I may have struggled with that depending on the depth of that.
They didn't look super far.
It didn't look super far,
and
but
being
like
able to jump from the crates down,
and
kind of
dive in.
Like it looked pretty simple.
I don't like being underwater. I don't know.
The only sucky thing is like you open your eyes and you're gonna be stinging.
Yeah, so that would.
I mean, you could have done worse than Bhanu and not jump off the crates.
Yeah. How do you do that? How do you miss that? Like they're right there. Like even if like you were the first person, it wasn't explained. You're like, oh, I probably have to go up this and jump off.
Yeah.
And he didn't.
He's just
I don't know.
really struggling out there.
He is. He's very much struggling.
But it's funny that they showed the shot, him undoing the buoy, and you can hear Jeff from underwater. Bhanu! You gotta go back!
Yeah, which who knows that costs quite a bit of time, you know?
Oh yeah,
swimming back,
because he's not a fast swimmer.
So, if he did it right the first time, they may have been in it, you know.
Have a couple more shots.
I don't know, but then speaking of that, they had him rebounding. Mm-hmm. Terrible idea.
Like get to the ball.
He was not good at that.
Just can't see him throwing the ball back.
Yeah.
To keep going very quick.
Yeah, they shouldn't have set that up. They should have had Tiff in there.
Yeah, and them switching out. Like, I wonder, did they have to wait for Bonnie to get back to the platform?
I was wondering that too, because it kind of seemed that way.
Yeah.
Because she's like, you come back, I'm switching you out. And so it kind of seemed like he had to get back there before she could jump in and switch, which costs a ton of time there.
Yeah. Brutal.
So, yeah. But Hunter, again, just crushed it.
Dude, Rick Barry, all those shots. I thought it was hilarious when Tevin's on the sideline. He's like, yeah, Hunter, get your hands on them balls.
Yeah.
You knew he was like, I'm going to play this one. I hope they keep this in the edit.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was good. I thought they all performed pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Tim was shooting on the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like he missed a few, but
yeah, it kind of was close at the end.
It did seem like the very last one was pretty far out there, though.
Yeah, it did.
It's like, wow.
And the hardest part is that little platform they're on is like
wobbly.
It would be hard to like get and do like a good shot.
Yeah. And that's probably why Hunter went underhand.
Yeah. Granny shots for the win.
Oh, he won.
But I think it was the episode before, was it? They showed him and like how smart he is and that he ended up just being a teacher because he loved it so much and he does all of those challenges for the kids. And so I think that's pretty cool, and that's like a big advantage for him because he's done all of these. He's made these puzzles and done all that, and so I think he's the one to beat. But
it was funny at the end when Jeff is handing out the idols. If you haven't noticed this, the first couple of times Jeff would give Venus the idol and Soda would rip it away.
Yeah.
This time he gives it to Venus and she looks at Soda. Here we go.
Really? I didn't notice that.
That's so funny.
Oh man,
it's just like, oh, you don't want to rip out your hands this time. Okay.
I like Venus, and I think she's getting a bad rap on her team. I think she does need to be a little more social and involved in this stuff, and maybe it's hard to tell too, right? You're just getting these little like edits, but maybe if she was just a little more involved, a little like more friendly to everyone, and I don't know, but I think she's getting a little bit of a bad rap on the team, and I don't think she deserves that. And I think, honestly, she's performed pretty well in the challenges that she's been in. So,
it all comes down to how well do you gel with people.
Yeah.
And sometimes this is maybe just my perception. If you feel like you're better than these people, it's going to be hard for you to gel with
100%, yeah.
And so that's why I feel like Tevin, Soda, Hunter, they're just out there having a good time.
Yeah.
Liz, who knows what Liz is doing? Who knows what her mind is? But
I think Venus is in a good spot because Soda's wearing on everyone else, and so Tevin wants to get Soda out. So does Hunter. Like, everyone kind of wants to get her out, and so I think this is a great time for Venus to slide in there. And I think the way that she does that is through Hunter. I think if she gets in good with Hunter and builds that friendship, that's gonna take her far.
Well, that's the thing, and I wonder about myself if I got on Survivor. Like, I'm a usually pretty positive person, but sometimes people don't want that. They just want to commiserate. You're miserable. You're not eating. You're not sleeping. And I feel like Soda's just so over the top. Where it's just like.
But I mean, that comes down to the just like reading the room type thing, right? Yeah. Bhanu's extremely bad at that, but it seems like Soda's not great at it either, right? Yeah. Like, you can tell when you're like, okay, I need to like dial it back a little bit. So.
And I think Tevin's good at that because he's reading what Soda's doing. Yeah. He's like, oh, she's playing like I do. Yeah. But I'm gonna really get with my core people, and I'll just take her out because we don't need two of me.
Yeah, 100%. So. 100%.
Yeah. Okay, so they come back. They show Yanu and Bhanu, and
and just his implosion, like.
Would you ever blame God for putting you on Survivor?
No, dude, that's I had such a big issue with him because he like is kind of claims to be this like really like good person and like just wants to win the hearts of all these people and like a positive person, and then when something is going bad and his back's against the wall, just complete meltdown. Like, yeah, like, why are you blaming God? Like, and he was like, why'd you even put me on here if I was gonna go out? I'm like, dude,
you know how many people want to be on there,
right? Like, and
they know how to play the game.
And I'm like, what if he made it to the merge and everything, and like it would, and then he got kicked off? Would he still be like this, or like I don't.
Well, he takes things way too personal.
Way too personal.
Like when Kenzie snaps at him, he's like, "Help me." Yeah. And just give us 5 minutes. Let me just hang out here.
Also, why is it our responsibility to like train you up on how to play Survivor?
Yeah,
like,
for real. He's just so bad socially.
So bad.
And Jeff on his podcast said he'd totally cast another Bonnie like that because he's so authentic.
Oh.
But it's like, well, then you're going to lose fans because they want to see people play the game.
Yeah.
They don't want this. Especially 3 hours of this.
Yeah, it showed.
It was so much.
And where I really lost it with him is when he goes up to Tiff and is just like, help me, what can I do? And gets on his knees and he's like begging, and I'm like, dude, why do you think this would work?
Yeah.
Like,
we're not kids.
Yeah, like,
I loved how Tiff is like, dude, if you want me to talk to you, you stand up.
Yeah.
It's like, and be a man.
And just like, I'm like, what do you think you're gonna gain by like groveling at something? Like, there's 4 of you on this tribe. Yeah. 1 of you is getting voted off. You think you're gonna change Tiff's mind to vote Q off or Kenzie? Like,
yeah, right. After you've already told them. I kind of let all the other tribes know what's going on here.
Yeah. After you've blown up everyone's game, like, oh, please keep me around. What's that gonna do? Keep you for another week and then you're gonna get voted off? Like, you would have gotten voted off last week if Randa like, come on.
Not only that, but look at the game from their perspective, Bhanu.
Yeah.
Not yours.
Yeah.
I blew up all their games. I can't lie. I run my mouth too much at tribal.
I'm not great at challenges.
What benefit?
There's no benefit.
Even I'm loyal. Great. But you run your mouth too much. That makes you not loyal.
Yeah, right? Like, you're loyal, but you're not because you don't realize what you're
saying
doing.
too much.
Yeah.
So
I was just like so done at the end of this episode watching that. I'm like, just get him off already.
I'm
like,
very excited for next week.
Yeah.
Because like, oh good, we don't have to deal with that anymore. Yeah. Let's see these guys play. And it's gonna be interesting to see if they do any merge swap or anything like that. They haven't so far, which I'm actually not mad about. Like,
I'm not mad about it either. But yeah, like you said, it's going to be interesting to see how they play next week because now they're down to 3.
Yep.
So are they just going to have challenges where it's just each team has 3 people playing? Like
I would assume.
I would assume too, unless they do like a swap or a merge or something. But
yeah, it's funny because they have to have this all in play for when they're planning the season. Right. And so if there's only 3, what can we do?
What do we do?
What kind of challenge can we do with just 3 people?
I do think if there's just 3, I think Janu's going to do a good job in the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those 3 will.
I think they're going to do great. Like the other team, they have to have people sit out. Can't be the same people that just sat out. So
so
it'll be they're not going to sit Hunter.
Well, that would be very interesting to see from Siga's point of view because that means 3 of you have to do this challenge. 3 of you have to do the immunity.
Right.
What are you going to choose?
Yeah, you definitely sit out your good players for
immunity.
For this one, so they can play in immunity.
Right. Yeah.
So, but then on the other, so you have to play. Like I think Tevin sat out the immunity, right?
Yeah.
And so he will have to play, which then means he probably has to sit out for this immunity. Like,
so it's going to be fun to see how that dynamic plays out unless they swap. But it doesn't look like they didn't hint at that or anything.
No.
So Tim confronts Jem on on that. And the edit that they gave it, like Jem curses like, I don't know a blank thing about that. Personally for me, that would make my radar go off like,
just like
okay, you were the one.
I know.
That because when people say that so quick and drop stuff like that, for me personally, that raises a flag.
Yeah.
Oh, now I know what you're saying.
I know.
Okay.
I like Jem. I hope it doesn't blow it up for her because if it does blow it up and they like go to tribal, like she might get the boot. You know? Yeah. I don't want her to.
Well, she would have time to go find the box, get the clue. Yeah. You have to go find that key to open the box. Right. So I hope it doesn't blow up in her face because I like Jem. I thought it was hilarious. I'm having fun out here on Survivor. I know. Watching these guys dig for those bloody So
I think it's good. I hope that she can somehow get the heat off her and put it on someone else. I don't really want her to put it on Tim. I like Tim. Yeah. But I don't know who else.
At least put on Mariah.
Yeah.
She can't even jump.
True.
So, yeah, I'm excited to see what they have next week.
Yeah.
The Bhanu saga is
finally over. Finally over.
It's too long. Sorry. The 90-minute episodes are great unless you have Bhanu. It's so great.
Yeah. So for sure. But good episode. Pretty good season so far. Hopefully we get a little more drama with Siga because they're just way too kumbaya.
These other tribes have to go to trial. Let's see where the lines really.
Yeah, they haven't had really any challenges. Yeah. So they need to have some backstabbing and some of that dynamic and some fear and
shoot, could be me.
Yeah.
So.
And then we'll see how they play.
Yeah, exactly. But. Well, that's it for episode 4 of Survivor here on the Amazing Survivors podcast. Yeah. Tune in next week for episode 5. I'm not sure what the title of it is, but we'll look it up.
Right.
No big deal.
And
but we'll
next,
have Tron back.
The Amazing Race. We'll recap that.
Yes. So. Episode 2. Teaser. Did you like the first couple of that first leg of the Amazing Race?
I did. Yeah. And I do like that the second one is just an extension here in Puerto Vallarta, and so it kind of puts that like endurance to the test, right? So,
I love Mega Leg.
Yeah, so I need to catch up and watch that, and then we'll be good.
I love it, dude. Great to have you back.
Great to be back. Great to be back with all of you. Thanks for watching. Tune in. Tell us your thoughts. What did you guys think of Bhanu? What do you think is going to happen next?
Yeah, who's going home next?
Let us know.
We're excited. So, all right, this is the Amazing Survivors podcast. Till next week, yo ho ho.